So you can write down the answers and I'll just go through the question with you guys. Just give me a moment to share my screen. Okay, so let me just go into my discussion area. If this ever loads, I can. Okay, does anyone have the question? Because for some reason, my internet does not work, it's not loading. Shlok, I think you did it. Do you have the question with you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, can you please copy in the chat?
Give me a minute.
Oh, found it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So this question, this was the question which I put as an assignment for Python. It says, what are the 3 rules and statements out of the following options for naming the variable identifiers in Python? So these are the options. Always start with a number. Make sure you do not use a keyword such as return, lambda, or class. Variables are case sensitive. So a variable named number is different to a variable identifier called number. In simple terms, they're different variables, basically. The 4th one is that variables can be declared with emojis, and variables do not require numerical characters, alphanumerical. And the 5th one is variables should start with a letter or underscore. So I can see Shlok has replied, and he has got BCE. Okay. Is there any other answers you have?
Shreya's got the same answer.
Okay, Shreya's got the same answer. I can see in the chat. Ashwin and Kavanaya, have you got the, what answers did you get?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay. You can answer it now?
Okay.
Kavanaya? Or yeah, you just think about it and then tell me after.
Okay.
And, Kavanaya, have you do you have an answer?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Oh, okay, fine. I'll give you about 1 minute, 2 minutes. You can just do it with me, and then just tell me the answer. Pretty straightforward. Okay, Kavanaya said, okay, fine. Post if you want. And we're just waiting for Ashwin to answer.
I think it's B.
Sorry.
I think it's B E and C.
B, C? Okay. So all of you were unfortunately correct. Yeah, you're all correct. It was BCE. First of all, it cannot start with a number. Okay. I gave you the example. I think for 442 uns, you cannot write a start. You can't start with a number. You have to start with a letter. It cannot be D because you cannot declare with emojis. Okay, it doesn't work like that. And you cannot like do like you need alphanumerical characters. So by process of elimination, it's B, C, E. Because B, you cannot use keywords like lambda, class, return, because these are classes for object-oriented programming, which you don't need to know now, but I'm just telling you. Return is just printing something out, I guess. And lambda is just a function, which you also don't need to know now. So that's B. C, variables are case sensitive. So what I mean by that, so let me just open my Python editor. Just open a quick editor online. Okay. What I mean is if I say number is equal to 7, that is different to num is equal to 7, or number is equal to 7. It's the same thing, but it has a capital letter. Sorry, 8. It's the same thing, like number, but number has a capital letter over here, which makes it different to this. Okay, it's not the same thing. Does everyone get it so far? Yeah, okay. And variables are not declared emoji, as I just said. And variables should start with a letter or an underscore. Okay, somebody's texting something in the chat. Yes, okay, sure, thank you. Okay, second, and this Java task can be posted by, this Java task can be posted by, I think, Friday. I think that's the next class for Java. Okay, let me go back to my Python editor, PowerPoint. Okay, so where did we get up to? I think we were here, weren't we? Hello?
Yeah, I think so.
You're here, okay. I think it just makes sense to start from the beginning, like from count is equal to 0. Okay. So feel free, everyone, you can start copying this down when I am going through this. Okay, so first, this is a variable called count, okay? And we're setting this to 0. So equal to basically assigns and sets a value, okay? And we're setting this variable count as the initial score to 0. Then this assigns a number to 10, okay? And then this word is equal to Benema, okay? It's a variable identifier. Okay, word is the variable identifier, and sorry, Benema is the actual data inside the variable. Okay, I think I also gave the example. Sorry, what I was thinking about Karim Benzema and all that. Okay, here I'm saying 2 equal to's. Does anyone remember what 2 equal to's mean?
You use 2 equal to's when comparing, and you use 1 equal to when assigning.
Yeah, so, I think Shlok said that. Well done. So if word is equal to Benzema and num is equal to 10, okay. So first is checking if this statement is correct. Is word is equal to Benzema? Okay, it's not. Okay. And is num equal to 10? Num is equal to 10, but word is not Benzema. Okay. And this if statement checks if both statements are true at the same time. So the if statement is checking 2 conditions are true at the exact same time. Sorry guys, that's in trouble here. Okay, yeah. So said it checks two conditions at the same time. Both of them have to be true because it's an and. Okay, both statements need to be true. Only when both statements are true, this will execute. So we're printing correct. Count is equal to count plus 3 and print score plus str count. Does anyone remember what I'm doing, what I'm doing here? What's the word for it? When I put two values together.
Concatenation.
Concatenation, I think, yeah, correct. And what does str count mean? Like, what's the keyword for it, apart from Shluk, Andreas?
str means string.
Yeah, correct. But I'm asking, like, what's the key word for it? What's the like, this is called concatenation, right? What's this called when you convert one value to another?
Variable.
No, should I give you a clue? Movies, actors, movies,
Costing.
casting. Yeah. Do you get that, Ashwin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called casting. So casting means converting one value to another. So in this case, we're converting the integer into a string, str. Okay. So obviously this code is not going to execute because only one statement is true and not the other. So the code is just going to skip this and come here. Right. Elif. Okay, does anyone know what elif means? Kavanaya. Kavanaya, what do you think elif is?
I don't know.
It's, yeah, okay. I think Shlok said it. What do you think it is, Shlok?
Elsif.
Correct, yeah. It stands for else. It's a very short form, okay? Sometimes you can be a bit lazy and just write elif instead of else if, okay? So if this is not true, else, if word is equal to Benzema, okay, yeah, and num is not 10, or word not Benzema and num is equal to 10. Let's pause a minute. Let's focus on this part, okay? What is word equal to Benzema? No. But is num, is this statement true? Num
Yes.
is not 10.
I mean, no, it's not true.
It's not true, right? It is 10. However, if word is not Benzema, it's not Benzema, okay? And num is equal to 10. So is num 10 according to the codes initially? Is num 10?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Is word Benzema?
No.
Correct. It's or. It's either this or this. If exactly one of either statement is correct, print partially correct. Let me just go through another example in my code here. Okay, so let's say text is equal to Sid and age is equal to 29. Okay, I'm not 29. Let me just type some coding quickly. Text is equal to and okay. Ashwin, yes, you. Will this code execute? Yes or no?
Yeah.
As in, okay, will the output be correct? Will it print correct?
Yeah.
Think about it. Actually, no, let me ask you a question. Why?
because
Why does it print correct?
it will print correct because since you put it in the speech marks, that will print the word.
Yeah, but like that's if this condition is true, it will print correct. If this condition is not true, it won't print correct.
No, then that's not true
Why?
because no matter if it's correct or wrong, it will still print correct since you only like I think you didn't.
Just think about this statement here. Is text equal to Sedan? Is this true? Like according to the program, is this true?
Um, um, um,
Yes, it is, because text is Sedan initially, right? I said this, I said this earlier, text is equal to Sedan. Then in line 3, I said if text is equal to Sedan. Remember, equal to just compares, it doesn't assign. Just one equal to assigns, okay?
okay.
So in the program, is text equal to Sedan?
Yeah.
Correct, yes it is. And according to my program, is my age 2?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you can obviously even guess the fact I'm 2. Anyway, yeah. So it's this statement and this statement have to be true. Not one, both of them. Only if this statement and this statement is true, it will print correct. So will it print correct? Yes or no?
No.
Correct. Okay, let me go to another example. Num is equal to 7 if num is greater than second number. Okay. Kavanaya. Okay. Please walk me through this code. We'll start with line 1. Walk me through it.
I don't really understand the code though.
Okay. So first, what are we doing in line 1?
Putting the variable and putting what it is.
Yeah. So what's gonna is equal to 7, right?
Yeah.
So num is equal to 7. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. What's happening here now?
And now there's a second number that equals 8.
Correct. Now, think about this statement.
Does it mean that num is bigger than second num?
Yeah. Which is
Or-
7. Yeah.
Or that num is bigger than 2?
Yeah. That's how easy it is. Simple. So, okay, let's replace num and second num. Okay, now translate it.
Sorry.
Okay, let's replace num and second num with the actual numbers. Now translate it.
7 is bigger than 8?
So yeah, so if 7 is bigger than 8, yeah,
Or 7 is bigger than 2?
yeah, correct. Print, you got it. So will it print you got it?
Yes.
Why?
because you put the brackets and the speech marks on?
No, that's not the reason why. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, this will only print out if this statement is true. If this statement is not true, it won't print it out because
Oh.
it's tabbed in. If I do it before, oh, okay, what's wrong with you? Wait. Yeah, fine. Okay. I'll forget that. Okay. If I put print, you got it before the if statement. There's no condition, right? There's no condition at all.
Okay.
You just print it out. We've told the computer to do it. However, okay, on a side note, guys, pass. Okay, this is just a keyword I just want to tell you about. Pass means it does nothing. Okay, it literally does nothing. Okay, when I say pass, it won't like it won't do anything. Okay, do you get it? It's just a keyword that does nothing. Like,
Yep.
yeah, pass in Python. It's a bit better to explain. See, yeah, you do not want any command or code to execute. So this basically doesn't execute anything. Nothing happens. Okay, so I just want to tell you that. Anyway, so this is not in a condition, okay? Right? But let's say if we put it back in the condition, is this going to print out? Yes or no? Kavanaya? Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
So, okay, if I did not indent this, this is going to print out regardless if it's true or false, okay? If I
Okay.
put it here, it's going to print out because there's no condition, right?
Yep.
There's no condition to check if this is true, if it's not true. It just prints out. When I put it inside the condition, first the Python code will check, is this line of code true? If it's true, then yes, it's correct.
Okay.
It's like an airport security.
Okay.
Like if you pass the statement, okay, you've passed through. Now you're free to board the plane. You can do this. If this statement is not true, you're denied from airport security, and therefore this will not execute. You cannot board the plane. So from the knowledge I told you, can you think about what's gonna happen? Will this line of code print out?
I don't think it will because 7 is not bigger than 8.
Think about it. Think about it. If 7 is greater than 8, or 7 is greater than 2. Let me type it in simple terms here. If 7 is greater than 8, or 7 is greater than 2. This is basically what this line of code means, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this statement true?
No.
Clearly not. Is this statement true?
Yes.
Okay. And it says or. Okay. So because it says or, it will only check if one condition is true.
Oh, then it will print out.
It will print out, yeah.
Okay.
It's like a guessing game. If I want to guess some information about you, I can say, okay, your name is Kavanaya, or you are 15 years old. Have I got any of this information correct?
You've only got one of them correct.
Correct, yeah. But will this code print out?
No, because it says and or, so it says both of them have to be correct.
Yeah. And will this, now trick question, everyone can feel free to answer in the chat box. Will this line of code run?
Yes.
Yeah. Correct. Why? Because they're simply both true, right?
Yeah, they're both true.
Okay, and what about this?
Yes.
Yes, correct. Because it's either this or this. But no, it's even better. Both of them are true. Right? It's even better. The computer's being lenient and saying, oh, I'll give you a mark if you either got this correct or this correct. But now we're being stepped forward, we're showing off. We're saying, oh, we got both statements correct now. So you have to give me the mark. Get it? Everyone?
Yeah.
Shreyas to get it? Stroke, do you get it? Kavanaya, sorry, Ashwin?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it? All get it?
Yeah.
Free to go. If my PowerPoint ever loads up. Okay, fine. Fine. Let's go back to our code now. Okay, so we've done this part. Else, if neither of them are correct. So else means like if this or this is not correct. It's like giving up. Like I've given you so many conditions. If you've failed all of them, then you're just giving up here. Else, print, you're wrong, score is equal to 0. Right? Does everyone get it?
Yeah. It'll
Ashwin,
print-
Kavanaya? Sorry?
Yeah, I get
it'll print partly correct and one.
So who doesn't get it? I think someone said just they don't get it.
No, I get it. It'll print partly correct and one.
Yes, okay, it'll print partly correct in 1, okay? Does everyone understand? Let's carry on. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, let's again not get freaked out by this. I'll explain it line by line. Okay, so this is about user input, functions, and procedures. Okay, in terms of functions, we are actually gonna go through more detail in this topic later. I can show you even, if you don't believe me. See here, these are functions, okay? We're gonna go through it later, but for now, I'll just focus on user input. Okay, so sorry, guys, give me 1 second. Yeah, so def substring num1 num2 letters equal string message num1. Okay, you don't need to understand this, but like I'm gonna tell you what it does. So line 1 to 3 is a function, okay? Is def. Def is short for define. Okay. Okay, it's not that you're deaf. It's like actually defining something. Okay, DEF. Okay, so define a function called substring. Substring is the name of the function. Okay, so define a function called substring. In the pair of brackets, there's one bracket here, one bracket there. Okay, we're passing in 2 parameters. Okay, parameters meaning in the function we are going to use this. We are going to use these variables. Okay, okay, letters. Okay, you cannot access letters outside the program, outside the function. Okay, you could. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, guys, if you don't understand it now, don't worry, because I'm going to go through this topic again later. Text. Okay, this is how you define a function. Def, hello, text. Okay. Guys, can everyone get your Jupyter notebooks out and then copy this code down, please? And then I'm going to say text is equal to print text. Okay. and then text is equal to input. And then just give me 1 second, guys. Guys, I'm just typing this code down. You don't need to understand it now, just copy it down for now. Text. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the code which I'm gonna go through. Fine. So we're first defining a function, okay, called hello, and we're passing text. Okay. Then in here, okay, you don't need to know what this means, but I'm gonna tell you. This basically splits the text into a list. List meaning like a list, like a shopping list. You have a square of items, right? So you have a square brackets here and you have square brackets there. Okay, that's basically what split does. If I type, I don't know, this thing, it's just gonna print this. That's what split does. If I type hello, that's what split does. If I type hello world, it splits hello and it splits word up. It just splits them up. Does everyone get what split does?
Yeah, basically when there's a space, it just makes a new.
Okay. Ashwin, Kavana, Shreyas, you all get it? Shlok,
Yeah.
yeah. Kavana, did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what split does. Okay. Now, print letters. Letters is inside the function, okay? Not outside, it's inside the function. Okay. And then we can print letters, which is basically this. Then this is how we write a user input. We simply create the name of the variable identifier, text, or this can be anything you want. MSG, message, this can be anything. Okay. Message is equal to input. That's how we ask the user. This is the keyword. Okay. Input. Message is equal to input. Enter your text. Okay. And in here, in this brackets, we have a speech marks. And this is where what we tell the user. So if you run this, this is the user, the input. So message is equal to input. Now the user knows this is where you enter stuff in. Enter your text. So in here, the computer will print out, enter your text, and this is where you write your text here. Hello world. Okay, forget about the error right now. Okay. If we try and print letters, we get an error. Why? Can anyone guess why?
Because letters is defined inside the hello, so it can only be.
Yeah, correct. It's inside the function. It's not outside. It's inside. You cannot access elements from inside the function unless you put a keyword called global. Okay. Again, I'm going to go through this later. Do not worry if you don't understand this function. Okay. It's not important at this stage, but it's good
I
to.
have a question.
Yeah.
For message, can't you, if you want the input to be like an int, can't you also specify like int and then you can put int and then you can put another parentheses around, so it'll be int input enter your text. So if
Yeah,
there's
but
a
this is
string, you could-
this is not an input though. This is just a string input
okay.
because we're entering a text, not, excuse me, not an integer. Okay, I'll explain what Shlok said in a minute. Global means it can be used everywhere. Okay, now let's get rid of that. Now let's focus on user input. So the way we define an input, we say number is equal, or text is, sorry, text is equal to input, and you can say enter your text. Okay, can everyone copy this piece of code down? Actually, guys, can everyone just copy what I do, and then I'll explain line by line. Okay, copy this code done. I'm just gonna go away for 1 minute. Just want to drink some water. Guys, is everyone done?
Yeah.
Okay, Shlok is done. Everyone else?
Yes, done.
Okay, sorry, Shreyas is done. Just wait for Kavanaya and Ashwin to finish.
I'm done.
You done? Okay, Ashwin, I'll just wait for you. Ashwin, are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good to move on.
Yeah.
Fine. So, in here, this is this is text is equal to input, enter your text. Okay. So if you run this piece of code, it will print this. So this is the keyword input and enter your text. This asks the user to enter a message. It's like a user prompt. It's a nice way of asking someone. So I'm just gonna enter some text. Hello world. Okay. Now, okay, notice I have used int. Okay, does anyone know what int is? Ashwin. What do you think int stands for?
Int. Wait, I think.
Sorry?
Does it mean integer?
Yeah, correct. Means integer for the second one. Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you, Shreyas. You said that, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Ashwin. It means int. Okay. Shlok, why have I used int? Why couldn't I just say num is equal to input enter your number? Why did I say num is equal to int input enter your number?
Because it specifies that you have to enter an integer, and if you enter a string, you will be given an error.
Yeah, correct. So num is equal to int input. What happens if the user enters a string? Okay, if the user decides to be silly and enters a string, we're not going to allow that. We're going to say no, num is equal to, yeah, thank you, Shreyas, error, correct. So num is equal to int input, enter your number. We want the user to enter an integer, not a string, okay, not a float, an integer. Okay? Does everyone get it?
Yeah.
Fine, good. So let me just run my code again. Stuff. Enter your number. I'm gonna say, let's do some text. See, I got an error. Why? Because I said int input. Text is not an input. What is text? What is this? Is this a string, an input, a float, a character, a
It's a
boolean?
string.
A string, correct. So that's why it doesn't work. Now, number 2 is equal to float input. Okay. Misconception A. Okay, float does not mean float. Okay, the number is not floating. Okay, it's not like a virtual float.
It's a
People
decimal.
know what float is.
It's a decimal.
Sorry?
It's a decimal, but if you enter an integer, it won't show an error, but it's generally a decimal. It can accept decimal numbers, unlike int.
Correct. Yeah, so that's what Shlok said. That diverting off topic, who has watched the Java video? Hello?
I watched part of it.
Okay, has anyone else watched the Java video? Or was it just Shlok?
I just watched a bit.
You also watched it. Okay. Now, anyone else feel free to answer. In Python, it's a float. What is the similar data type in Java?
Double.
Double. Okay. Double. Correct. Everyone else, feel free. You can go back to the recording and see my video on the data types for Java. But basically in Java, a double is means having a decimal point. And similarly in Python, float is a decimal point. It has a decimal. So 7.9, 8.6, 3.25, 4.76, 8532, 1.1. These are all floats. Okay. But let me ask you a question. If I entered the number 7 will this code work as my
Yes.
info?
Yes.
Shlo- sorry?
Yes.
Yes, it will work. Shreyas, I think you also said yes. It will work. Sorry?
No, but then if you type
Sorry? I think you muted yourself. Shreyas? Shreyas? Yeah, I think he's gone somewhere. So Kavanaya, Ashwin, did you get it? Float basically means decimal.
Okay.
And Kavanaya, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, float is 7.1, 8.6, 2.5. And int here, an int input means the user can just enter 7, 8, 1, 6, 16, 100, 102, no decimals. But if I enter 7 or a whole number, the float would accept it. Why? Think of it like a hierarchy.
It's like
Okay.
7.0.
Yeah, think of it like a hierarchy. Yeah. Okay, let's say I have test scores. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. If my number is 7, okay, is my number greater than 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Yes, it is, right? Right? And so similarly here, num is an integer, okay? But a float accepts a number. However, a num does not accept a float. It's kind of weird, right? 6 is not greater than 7, so 6 will not accept 7. However, 6 is greater than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so it's going to accept them. Does everyone get it? A float will accept an integer input. However, an integer input will not accept a float. It's more stricter. Does everyone get it?
Yeah.
Ashwin, Shreyas, Shlok, Kavanaya.
Yeah.
Everyone get it?
Shreyas
Kavanaya?
left.
Sorry?
Shreyas left.
Shreyas left the meeting.
Yeah, I understand it.
Awesome. Shreyas left. I think he's gonna rejoin sometime. I'll wait for him. No, I won't wait for him. 1 second. Let me just admit him into the meeting. Okay, Shreyas, are you back? Okay, yes, you are in the chat. Okay, fine. Yeah, so let me go through some more examples. So if I say name is equal to input, enter your name. Guys, copy this code down, please. Enter your name, and then print is it worked for you, right?
Yeah.
It worked for you. Okay, sorry. Okay, now let me go back here and let me continue. Okay, so now age is equal to input. Enter your age. And I'm gonna say print int age. Does anyone know what this code does? Can anyone guess?
It'll convert your age into an integer and print it because you're casting age.
Sorry?
It'll convert your age into an integer and print it.
Okay, yeah, correct. Yeah, it will convert your age into an integer. Okay, let's give an example. So 12.5. Oh, sorry.
You can change
That's
it
right.
to
It has to be a okay. Age is equal to float input. Remember,
then
guys, we need to specify here. And then we say age is equal to 12.5.
it'll give an
And it's going to print 12. Okay. Let's say 13.6. Sorry, 13.7 is going to print out 13. Okay, Ashwin, if I said 19.8, what's this code gonna print out?
19.
Correct. 45.2, 45. This goes on. It converts your float into an integer. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. What does this code do? Let's try out.
It'll also print out the float.
It will print out 12.5, but it's blended in.
That's cool.
Actually, it's in text format because you put str. You get it?
Putting
Actually-
STR was kind of useless in this case.
Sorry?
In this case, isn't putting STR kind of useless in this case?
Let's try out. Good question. Let's try out. Is it useless? in
Oh,
this
if
case?
you want a concatenation, then no, and then I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but
Correct.
I'm
you-
wrong.
Yes, correct. Because in this case, as Shlok asked and realize now, string is important, okay? Because age is equal to float input, enter your age, and print your ages age. Okay. This is not gonna work because age is a float. Okay, it's not a string. If we put str age, then 13.2, 13.4, your age is 13.4 because we have converted this into text. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I think it's useful, but when you're just printing out age, it's not.
Yeah, that time. But that time if you just print it out, it's not gonna make sense.
Yeah,
But
that's what I meant.
when you're casting concatenate, when you're concatenating it here, it's important to cast it into a string. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Guys, I'm gonna put an assignment in the discussion window. Please feel free to please do the task. And yeah.